Live from Mountain View, California, it's theCUBE. Covering DevNet Create 2019. Brought to you by Cisco.
Hi, welcome to theCUBE's coverage of Cisco DevNet Create 2019. Lisa Martin with John Furrier. We've been here all day talking with lots of very inspiring, educational, collaborative folks, and we're pleased to welcome to theCUBE Ann Gentle, Developer Experience Manager for Cisco DevNet. Ann, thank you so much for joining us on theCUBE today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So this event, everything's like rock star start this morning with Susie, Mandy, and the team with the keynote. Standing room only, I know when I was walking out.
Yes,
There's a lot of bodies in here, it's pretty toasty.
Yeah.
The momentum that you guys have created, pun intended.
Oh yes.
No, I can't take credit for that. It's really, you can feel it, there's a tremendous amount of collaboration.
Definitely.
This is your second Create?
Second Create, yeah. So I've been with DevNet itself for about a year and a half. It started at Cisco about 3 years ago this month. But I feel like, developer experience is one of my first loves, what I really started to understand, like how to advocate for the developer experience. And so DevNet just does a great job of not only advocating within Cisco, but outside of Cisco as well. So we make sure that their voice is heard. If there's some oddity with an API, which I'm really into API design, API style, we can kind of look at that first and kind of look at it sideways and then talk to the teams. Okay, is there a better way to think about this from the developer standpoint? So.
It's great, I love the API love there. It's going around a lot here. DevNet Create, a cloud native vibe that's kind of integrating and cross-pollinating into DevNet, Cisco proper. You're no stranger to cloud computing, early days, and ecosystems that have formed naturally and grown, some more, some go different directions. So you're involved in OpenStack, but we know that, we've talked before about OpenStack. Just some great successes and restarts with OpenStack, ultimately settled in on what it did. The CNC at the Cloud Native Computing Foundation is kind of the cloud native OpenStack kind of model. You've seen the communities grow, and the market's maturing.
Definitely,
So what's your take on this? Because the Create's kind of the creator builder side of it. We hear builder from Amazon.
I feel like we're able to bring together the standards. One of the interesting thing about OpenStack was okay, can we do open standards? That's an interesting idea, right? And so I think that's partially what we're able to do here, which is share, open up about our experiences. I just went to a talk recently where the SendGrid former advocate is now working more on the SDK side, and he's like, the travel is brutal, and so I just kind of graduated into maintaining 7 SDKs. So that's kind of wandering from where you were originally talking, but it's we can share with each other not only our hardships, but also our wins as well. So.
And API marketplaces is not a new concept. Apache was acquired by a big company, we know that name, Google. But now it's not just application program interface marketplaces, with containers and service meshes, microservices, the role of APIs growing up at a whole nother level is happening.
Exactly.
This is where you hear Cisco, and frankly, I'm blown away by this at the Cisco Live, that all the portfolio has APIs.
True.
I mean, this is just a whole changeover. So APIs, I just feel a whole nother 2.0 or 3.0 level is coming.
Absolutely.
What's your take on this? Because
so in OpenStack we documented 2 APIs to start, and then suddenly we had 15 APIs to document, right? So learn quick, get in there, do the work, and I think that's what's magical about APIs is we're learning from our designs in the beginning, we're bringing our users along with us, and then okay, what's next? So James Higginbotham, I saw one of his talks today, he's really big in the API education community and really looking towards what's next. So he's talking about different architectures and event-driven things that are going to happen, and so even talking about, well, what's after APIs, and I think that's where we're going to start to be enabled even as end users. So I can consume APIs, I'm pretty good at that now, but what are companies building on top of it, right? So GitHub is going even further where you can have GitHub Actions, and this is what James was talking about, where it's well, the API enabled it, but then there's these event-driven things that go past that. So I think that's what we're starting to get into is APIs blew up, right? And we're beyond just the create read.
So user experience, developer experience, you back to what you do. and what Mandy was talking about.
Yeah.
The goal is to make it easier, right? And so as tool chains, there's more tools that are, there's more workloads, there's more tools, there's more this, more APIs, so there's more of everything coming.
Yeah.
It's a tsunami to the developer. What are some of the trends that you see to either abstract away complexities and or standardize or reduce the tool chains?
Love where you're going with this. So the thing is, like, I really feel like in the last, even since 2010 or so, people are starting to understand that REST APIs are really just HTTP protocol. We can all understand it. There's very simple verbs to memorize. So I'm actually starting to see that the documentation is a huge part of this, like a huge part of the developer experience, because if, for one, there are APIs that are designed enough that you could memorize the entire API, like, that blows me away when people have memorized an API, but at the same time, if you look at it from like, they come to your documentation every day, they're reading the exact information they can get, they're looking at your examples, like of course they're going to start to just have it at their fingertips with muscle memory, you know. So I think that's, you know, we're starting to see more with OpenAPI, which is originally called Swagger, so now the tools are Swagger and OpenAPI is the specification, and there's just, we can get more done with our documentation if we're able to use tools like that start to become industry-wide with really good tools around them. And so, you know, like one of the things that I'm really excited about what we do at DevNet is that we can, so we have a documentation tool system that lets us not only publish the reference information from the OpenAPI, like very boring JSON, blah, 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 machines can read it, but then you can publish it in these beautiful ways that are easy to read, easy to follow, and we can also give people tutorials, code examples, like everything's integrated into the docs and the site. And we do it all from GitHub, so I don't know if you guys know that's how we do our site from on the back side. It's about 1,000 or 2,000 GitHub repos is how we build
Everything's
our
going to
documentation.
GitHub. The network configurations are going into GitHub. It's GitHub. It's programmable. It's got to be in GitHub.
It's true. Well, and everything's Git-based, right?
So back to the API question, because I think I'm connecting some dots from some of the conversations we heard from some of the community members.
Yeah.
There's a lot of integration touch points. Oh, a call center app under collaboration talks to another database, which talks to another database. So these disparate systems can be connected through APIs, which has been around for a while, whether it's an old school SOAP interface to
saw that on a slide
HTTP, REST APIs to full form, cooler stuff now. But it's also more of a business model opportunity because if the point is, if your API is your connection point, there's potential business deals that could go on. If you don't have good documentation, it's like not having good business model.
And the best documentation really understands a user's task. And so that's why API design is so important, because you know, if you need to make sure that your API looks like someone's daily work, get the wording right, get the actual task right, make sure that whatever workflow you've built into your API, you know, can be shown through in any tutorial I can write, right? So yeah, it's really
What's the
important.
best practice? Where should I go? I want to learn about APIs today. I'm going to have a couple beers, hockey's over, that's coming back, Sharks are going to the next round, Bruins are going to the next round. I want to dig into this APIs tonight. Where do I go?
Yeah, that's
What
great.
are some best practices? What should I do?
Right, so we have DevNet Learning Labs, and I'm telling you, because I see the web stats, like the most popular ones are GitHub, REST API, and Python. So you're in good company. Lots of people sitting on their couches, and a lot of them are like 20 minutes at a time, and if you want to do like an entire set that we've kind of curated for you all together, you should go to developer.cisco.com/start now, and that's basically, you know, everything from like your 101s all the way up to like really deep dive into products, what they're meant to do, the best use cases.
Okay, I got to ask you, I got to put you on the spot. Pick your favorite child. Gold standard, what's the best APIs that you like? Do you think of the cleanest,
best APIs
tightest, best documented?
So like in the technical writing world, the gold standard that everyone talks about is the Stripe documentation, so that's in financial tech, and it's very, very clean. We actually can do something like it with a 3-column layout.
Stripe, you mean the payment gateway?
Stripe is, the API, and so apparently, you know, from a documentation standpoint, people just go gaga for their docs and really try to emulate them. So yeah. And as far as an API I use, so I have a son with type 1 diabetes. I don't know if I've shared this before, but he has a continuous glucose monitor that's on his arm, and the neat thing is we can use a REST API to get the data every 5 minutes on how his blood sugar is doing. And so when you're monitoring this, it's like, to me that's my favorite right now, because I have it on my watch, I have it on my phone, I know he's safe at school, I know he's safe if he goes anywhere. So it's like, there's so many use cases for APIs.
And he's got the policy-based program.
He does, yeah. Yes, yes.
Based upon where he's at, okay,
Right.
drink some orange juice now,
Yes,
or
get some juice,
get
right,
some juice. So,
right.
so really convenient,
Yes.
real time.
Yes, definitely. And he can see it at school too, and just kind of, not let his friends know too much, but kind of keep an eye on it,
Automation.
Yeah,
Sounds
exactly.
like very cloud
exactly.
native.
Yeah.
Cool. You have a Meraki hub in your house?
I don't have one at home.
Okay.
I need to set one up. So yeah, we're terrible net nannies and we monitor everything, so I think I need Meraki at home.
Yeah. It's a status symbol now, we're hearing,
is now.
in the community. If you're in
It's
the
like
community
geek
of
cred.
DevNet, you got to have a Meraki hub in your switch in your house.
It's true.
So if you look back at last year's Create versus, I know we're just through almost day one, what are some of the things that really excite you about where this community of now, what did I say this morning, 585,000 strong?
Wow. Yeah.
That where this is going, the potential that's just waiting to be unlocked.
So I'm super excited for our Creator Awards. We actually started that last year, and so it's really neat to see someone who won a Creator Award last year then give a talk about the kind of things he did in the coming year. And so I think that's what's most exciting about looking a year ahead for the next Create is not only what did the people on stage do, but what did the people sitting next to me in the talks do? Where are they being inspired? What kind of things are they going to invent based on seeing Susie's talk about Wi-Fi 6? I was like, someone invent the thing so that when I go to a hotel and my kids' devices take all the Wi-Fi first and then I don't have any, someone do that,
Parental you know rights.
what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, so because you're on vacation and everybody has 2 devices, well with a family of 4, you're out
They're
8,
streaming Netflix, Amazon Prime, hey, where's my video?
somebody fix this, right? Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
we'll hear that next year. Wouldn't that be
That's what I'm
great?
saying. Someone invent it, please. Yes.
And thank you so much for joining John and me on theCUBE this afternoon and bringing your wisdom and your energy and enthusiasm. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For John Furrier, I'm Lisa Martin. You're watching theCUBE live from Cisco DevNet Create 2019. Thanks for watching.